That is a head melter. That. Oh my gosh. Oh. So we're going on a hike. It's raining, and the landscape feels like Scotland on steroids. Oh, I am absolutely buzzing. You beauty. Oh yes, here we go. Norway. Little hit pack, my little OM system, OM5. We are going to be getting stuck into some landscape photography. Just noticed some of the heather down here as well. Hopefully some of that is kicking about. Perhaps we can use it as foreground. But let me address this. Why am I here in Norway? I'm on a cruise. I'm on a cruise. There's my ship. That's mine. Oh, I know I haven't just come on a cruise purely just to do this hike. I'm here on a family holiday, simple as that, and by pure coincidence we've come to a location, a country that for me would 100% be top of my list for landscape photography outside of Great Britain and Ireland. So this to me, as so many places actually that go with my camera, this to me is like a landscape photography pilgrimage, and I am so excited. Now, as for the cruise ship, there lies a little bit of an issue. I've got to be back on that boat at 4:30 in the afternoon or the evening. It's currently 8:30. So that gives me there or thereabouts, well, not even 8 hours, because I definitely don't want to be rocking up back at the boat at 4:29. Wow, prepare yourselves for this view already. We're only about 15 minutes in. Oh, get a look at that. Let me move my massive noggin out of the way. Oh, look at the state of it. Get a look. Oh, look at that little section there. Now, what I'm about to say, I've never heard anyone say before actually, but it has surely been said a million times before. Norway, to me, here at least, this tiny little section that I've explored, or arrived at, I can't really say explored, feels like the perfect marriage between Scotland and New Zealand. How could you not think that if you've been to both of them countries? This is heaven. This is actual heaven that I've stumbled upon here. Anyway, as for the gear here, very simple, and that's the whole point. Like I said, OM system OM5, which currently has on my 9mm f1.7, so that's my wide angle lens, so that's an 18mm full frame equivalent. And then I've got my 12 to 60 f2.8 to f4 Panasonic Leica as well, 24 to 120 full frame equivalent. That's my camera gear for this trip. This system is so good, I love it. 99% comfortable without having a tripod, because the image stabilization is ridiculously good on the OM5, and I think most, if not all, OM system cameras. Not sponsored by them or anything, I just really like the camera gear. So yeah, the perfect setup, I feel, for me anyway, for this type of trip, a hike where I'm trying to save on weight. In this bag here, I've pretty much just got some essentials. I've actually got a hat and some gloves, a down jacket, I've got some waterproof pants, obviously food and water, things like that. So yeah, I really do feel like I'm traveling light. Right, I want to make a little bit of a move, hopefully get out of this woodland section, and maybe, just maybe, start taking some photographs. Let's be honest, the odds are looking good. Well, you know what, I never swear on YouTube for probably quite obvious reasons, but off camera there I just had a nice little swear to myself, because get a look at this. Imagine, right, landscape photographer, excited about being on a big trip in the mountains, and then, you know, a bit of a slog so far, and then you turn the corner, you see a little walkway, and oh my head, oh my, poof. That is a head melter. That, oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. I'm spitting. Oh man. You know when you have an expectation and your expectations, this is rare, so rare in landscape photography or hiking or the outdoors. You have an expectation and your expectations through the roof. And I need to get my camera out. Your high expectations get surpassed.
Oh my gosh, man.
Right, I'm getting the camera out before I start bawling my eyes out here now. Right, first port of call is to get the wide angle lens off. It's raining a bit, so I want to be careful. And my plan really is just to try and get stuck into that light. Zoom in, I don't know, 40 millimeters, 50 millimeters, something like that. Let's have a look. Do you know what it is? It's moments like this that make me realise that my passion, right, what really gets me is very, very niche. It's not just big views, it's not just epic landscapes, it's not just travelling. It's a marriage of adventure, incredible views, if you understand, even if the view is a tiny little metre squared, it doesn't have to be like, you know, a view in the classic sense. But thirdly, and this is so important, is light. Those three things: adventure, subject, let's say, rather than view, and then light. Adventure, subject, light. Those three things, and when they come together, especially on a scale like this, simply put, that's when the head goes. See you later, head. Nice knowing you for all these years. We've had a good run. And you see things like this. So I'm just in the old aperture priority, and very simple photograph. I'm zooming in at exactly 54 millimeters. It's exact because I'm dialing in, so I've composed it like this, 54 millimeters, and then I haven't got a lens hood on, so I'm having to wipe my lens, keep it face downwards, zoom into 54 millimeters, aperture priority, f5.6, and then just go like that. Focus, bang, get the shot. And all I'm doing with the longer focal length really is just cropping out the kind of little village down there at the bottom and trying to make it feel like a real mountain portrait photograph. You know, like we often look back to the explorers of the past, of the 1600s, and we have these kind of romantic visions of them stumbling upon these magical, mystical, promised lands, and oftentimes it's kind of, I don't know, like a desert island in the middle of nowhere, and it's sunny, the island's full of resources, and they found heaven, you know where I'm going with this. This is what, oh, wow. I just noticed that there. This is my heaven. This is how that story would play out in my head. I'd maybe come down this kind of, I was going to say sea loch then. I suppose it is in a different language, isn't it? This fjord, and I'd maybe come up a hill like this with a camera. No, but you know, and I'd look upon the lands, the mountains, and the light would be like this. And it'd be raining every now and again. And I think to myself, I found it. I found the promised lands. And then I'd meet the indigenous people and say, oh no, you've already got that. That belongs to you. I'll leave it with you. Sorry to intrude. Then I'd go home and that would change the course of history. What's he on about? The head's gone. The head's gone. Right, I want to make a move because I'm still amongst the trees. Oh guys, this could be a long video full of ore-fueled nonsense, but I'm just going to go with it because I think this looks safe, doesn't it? I think some of you like the ore-filled nonsense. Let me know in the comments, do you like the ore-filled nonsense? I mean, do you like this? How's this for you? Oh man, there's my gaff. There's my gaff. This is madness. Oh, flipping hell. I'm not even scared of heights, but that's a bit of a jangler. Whew. Oh man. It's actually heaven, isn't it? Oh, no way, man. Unbelievable. So see there, look, we made it up to the little cafe at the top, and I'm gonna get the camera out here and just get another little photograph of that section there because it's stunning. So look at this here now. I think this is really funny to anyone that's perhaps been to both countries, especially. Those mountains over there, Scotland, the Highlands. Those mountains over there, New Zealand, the South Island, Fjordland, ironically. Oh well, I suppose, is it named after the fjords of Norway? Fjordland, it's got to be, hasn't it? I mean, I just think that's hilarious. Absolute perfect marriage of the two countries. It feels like this is like a fault line between New Zealand and Scotland. Absolutely amazing, man. So yeah, obviously I've walked up from the bottom, from the town, but there is also a cable car. You can see there's quite a few people dotted around here, and they've just come off the cable car, which is amazing. So this, where I'm stood now, is literally 3 minutes walk from that cafe that I showed you, where the cable car comes in, and this is what you get from there. This is what you get from there. So if your mobility is not ideal, or you know, you're just not up to a massive hike, because that was steep, jump on the cable car. It's fairly expensive, although I guess it's all in moderation, it's all relative to the individual, to what it's worth. I think it's about £45 for return. But I suppose, I mean, look what you're getting. I think it takes about 5 minutes to get up here. It's worth it, innit? Every penny. But I don't know yet, I certainly don't want to commit, but I might actually get the cable car back down. I might cheat. We'll wait and see. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to head as far as I can, really, in this direction, get a bit further into these big mountains here. Obviously, I'm time limited. Obviously, I've got to be sensible. Let's see how far we can go. Oh, so it's kind of almost gone now, but there was a really nice vibrant rainbow off back in that direction, and I was just grabbing a photograph again with the long lens, right in at 60mm, 120mm full frame, of course, just getting that beautiful compression effect where you kind of squeeze all of the layers together off in the distance, and it looked really cool. And of course the rainbow was just giving it a little bit more interest as well. Now, as much as I'm enjoying the longer focal lengths, I want to almost challenge myself now to try and take some photographs with the wide angle, the 9mm Panasonic Leica that I've got. It was only a couple of weeks ago, I think, in a video I mentioned, I feel like this year I've been neglecting the wide angle lens. Now, if there's an opportunity for some longer focal length images, which I'm seeing all around me, I shall not hesitate to take them, of course. But yeah, I really want to try and get to grips with the wide angle lens a bit more, because I love it. I love getting them images where you really find a nice little bit of interest in foreground, marry it together with the background. Some of my favourite types of photographs, to be honest. Oh, there we go. I'm absolutely lying to you because I'm taking an image at 60mm again, and it's a handheld panorama, and I've already taken one set of images, and it just got me thinking about handheld panoramas. I'm going to shoot and talk here because the light is amazing at this moment in time. I have spent years really thinking that the panorama must always be shot using a tripod. And look, don't get me wrong, I would never object to the idea that it's the right thing to do. I think it is, and I always teach it on my workshops. I say use a tripod when you're shooting panels, because it's important that you keep things level. But just because you're not shooting with a tripod, just because you're shooting handheld, doesn't mean that you can't have things level. All right, it's always going to be better on a tripod. But I used to want to take panos and I'd be up in the mountains, I'd be tired, and I'd look and I think, I can't be bothered because I've got to get my tripod out, level out all the legs, take forever. And then the light might have changed by then. I do most of my panels handheld, and I could say that it's because this has got good image stabilization, but that's actually not true, because all of the images I've taken for this panel have been at about 1/500th of a second. It's got nothing to do with image stabilization. So yeah, my advice would be handheld panos. You can see here, I've got my lens set to about 55, 56 millimeters instead of 60. I just make the image a tiny little bit wider when I'm shooting a handheld panel, just to give me a little bit of a buffer so that I can crop in, because obviously compared to a tripod, there's going to be slight movements in my hands as I'm going across. But give it a try. Handheld panels for me have been a massive landscape photography revelation. And this photograph, by the way, is right down my street. So you can maybe just see the cafe and the cable car where I've kind of come from. You remember that little section. So that'll give you a bit of a gauge to how far I've come. And I'm definitely, I reckon, going to get up this mountain here and maybe the next mountain. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting more photographs, hopefully some wide angle images as we get further into the mountains. As we move on, I am very proud to say another big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. So if you've never heard of Squarespace, I'm here to tell you all about them. They are an online website building platform. It's a website that you go on to build your own website, which is what I've done. My own website that I'm so happy with is through Squarespace, and it has been for years, since before I was sponsored by them. Best thing about them for me is that it is so easy. They've got loads of professional looking templates. You barely have to do any work. You choose one of the templates, put in some text and some photographs, and before you know it, you will have a website up and running, honestly, within a few hours. And for myself, and I'm assuming most of you like watching a photography video, I just find it really nice to be able to showcase my photographs, big, high definition, on my own website, my own space. Not tiny little photographs on Instagram. I think it looks great. It's a great place to send people your own website, your own domain. But you can sell things with your Squarespace website as well, which is what I do. I sell prints on there. I advertise my workshops. My calendar is actually available for pre-order up there now, and I wouldn't be able to run my business without it. And last, but certainly not least, Squarespace have got award-winning, amazing customer service. So as easy as it is, if you are struggling along the way, maybe you've hit a couple of speed bumps, they will be there to give you a helping hand. There's even a little live chat feature, that sort of thing. They come highly recommended from me. They've done me so well over the past sort of 5 or 6 years now. And if you'd like to give them a go, head over to squarespace.com/Henry Turner, or there'll be a link in the video description below. That will give you a 14-day free trial. If you like your free trial, be sure to use the offer code Henry Turner at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase, and it also helps me out as well, because it kind of tells Squarespace that it's me that sent you. But all in all, another massive thank you to them. All right, so we're nearly at that first sort of mountain peak now. We're walking in the direction of New Zealand. Obviously I'm kind of facing that way. However, I am keeping my eye on Scotland back here. Imagine if someone's just tuned into the channel at this stage. But you know what I mean? Look at that, it's actually the Highlands, isn't it? That's unreal. Couple of little lochans there in amongst these beautiful peaks. Look at the shape and the form on them and the clouds. And I'm gonna grab a shot of it now, a little square crop maybe, or I'll take a 3x2 and maybe crop it when I get back. But what I would absolutely love there is a little bit of light. So that's the beauty of hiking. When you've got a view like this, you've kind of got the view for hours and hours. So you can sort of wait for the light almost as you're hiking. That with a splash, just a little splash of light would be out of this world. Oh. Right, let's get up to this next peak, and it's time for a nice sandwich. Right, so just had a little butty stop here with these views, absolutely unreal. Now, I've just checked the time and it's 11:30. The boat leaves at 4:30 and it's taken me 3 hours to get here. So another hour maximum, maybe 45 minutes just to be safe. What I'm gonna do is go across this ridge here, which looks absolutely amazing. Just try my best to maybe get up to this hill there, if not halfway up it, and just get closer into all of these mountains here, which are looking absolutely gorgeous. So stick with me if you're enjoying it, because I'm still on the hunt for that wide angle photograph as well. And that is looking phenomenal, right down the throat of that massive valley in there. Madness. Stick with me, let's go. Oh, so the weather's really coming in now. Oh no, I haven't got a rain cover for this bag. But what have I got in here? I've got a set of waterproof pants down here somewhere. Somewhere. Let's get these on. So I've actually stopped here for just a couple of minutes getting some wide angle photographs. I don't think I've got anything good, if I'm being really honest. I don't know if I maybe was just taking wide angle images, you know, just for the sake of it, but I don't know, at least I got some. I've just had this kind of like real sense, this strong sense of, oh my gosh, Henry, what are you doing? It's 12 o'clock now, and I keep being seduced by the next mountain peak because of the nature of where I am. It's a ridge, so there's always going to be another mountain peak. Do you know what I mean? And I've just stopped here, had a bit of water, and said to myself, turn around right now. You've got a cruise to catch. So, I mean, look, we've got flipping rainbows going on. Oh God, I need to get back. I need to forget about this landscape somehow. Oh my God, look at it. How can you forget about that? What I'm going to do, if I get any decent photographs on the way back down, I'm going to probably get the cable car as well if it's running. I'll show them at the end. I just wanted to say my 2026 calendar is still available for pre-order, but it's genuinely only going to be available for pre-order for probably another couple of weeks. It's cheaper, each one gets hand signed, and there's free worldwide shipping. So if you wanted one of my calendars, if you want to support the channel, if you want a beautiful product, this is absolutely the best time to get it. And thank you so much. I'm very overwhelmed by the amount of purchases. I should say that as well, there's actually not many left. But thank you so much for watching this video. This has been unreal, one of my favorite in a while. Hopefully I get back on my ship. See you on the next adventure. Thank you so much. Out.